has conceded less this season up against the Kaizer Chiefs. That's one of the teams that have conceded more. So going into this encounter, I mean, you've been trying to find the combinations at the back. So how do you go into this encounter making sure that you solidify the defense and supporting your keeper not to concede any goals?
I think from the previous game we didn't concede, so it's good for us. I think we work on that and build on that going forward, trying not to concede, but also create and convert the chances we have. Because sometimes defending, sometimes it's not all about me going to tackle, but how we keep the ball, how we have the shape as a team. It also helps us in defending. But now the way things are, we sat down, we as a defense, as the team, and try to prepare in a way that us not conceding, it gives us a better chance of winning games, because the guys up front, to be honest, they scoring. It's just the previous game where we couldn't maybe convert a goal. So yeah.
Talking about scoring, Caleb is out injured. Was out injured in the previous game actually. What's the state? And looking at the possibility that you might be playing without a main striker.
I don't know. I think the medical team is busy doing that. For now, we've been doing regen for the past 2 days, so it's just tennis and whatnot. So maybe after that we will know what's happening about Caleb not being available.
Zitha, talking about the defense, the last line of defense, which is goalkeeping, has been changing now and again. Though even the defense itself has also been changing. But how does that affect the team in terms of conceding? As my colleague said, that you have conceded much more than Pirates. How does the changing of the defense and the goalkeeper affect the conceding of the goals?
No, I think, to be honest, now it's a team job. We, at the end of the day, whoever is playing deserves to play, because we prepare. The coaches see who needs to play, and some changes are not maybe because they chopping and changing, but based on how the opponents plays. The coaches knows all of us, so that also plays a part. So I think the conceding part is sometimes maybe against your TS Galaxy, it was a corner kick. Everyone needs to do a job or play a role in how we set up and all that. So sometimes defending is not about Zitha being the one who needs to defend or any other defender who needs to, but everyone in that moment must understand the role that needs to be played and stop conceding goals. But I think from the previous week going forward, I think we will get better.
Yeah, when it comes to set pieces, when you've just said it now about set plays, the whole team has looked vulnerable when it's set pieces. What is the challenge? Is the team? Is it something that maybe you don't emphasize on?
No, I think we do, but we can also give credit to the other teams. In this league, people plan. They see how you set up, and they also come with ways on how to make it work for them. So it's us trying to, sometimes maybe we adjust late in that situation, because maybe the previous game against TS, they came in between our zonal players. So whatever I'm trying to say is, even other teams plan on how you defend and all that. So it's us understanding that moment and trying to rectify it before it becomes a big thing or we consider goal.
So they plan and say that you're vulnerable.
I don't want to say vulnerable in a way. Football, it's just that TS Galaxy got one chance and they scored, so we can't be vulnerable in that. It's not like they scored 6 goals with set plays. Then I can come here and stand and say yes, but it happened in that moment where Bernard got that ball and then he scored. So yeah.
You've played in a number of Soweto Derbies at the lower level. What are your memories? And especially as a Soweto boy coming to the city.
I think Soweto. Every Soweto's boy to play in this. In the development ranks, I think I won 3, and then when I was promoted into the senior team, I was hoping last week actually we win, and then we rewind that the moment that happened 8 years back when I was first promotion, and then we won the MTN 8 against Pirates. But one of those moments where one now needs to be in the arena and showcase what you good at doing.
But Soweto Derby, just sticking on the Soweto theme, only a few players get to play in the Soweto Derby these days. What does it say to you about the standard of the Gauteng football, the Soweto footballers per se?
I don't want to put myself in the spot in that, but what I can say, there's still talent and there's potential players around Soweto, but hey, people use their own way of scouting and selecting players to come. I think even now, if you can go now into the development ranks, go and check how many quality Soweto players you can get, but it's how they push through the ranks to get into the senior team and play the big game. So I wouldn't say there's no talent. There's plenty of talent in Soweto or around Joburg or wherever the case might be, but how you break into that first team and play, that's the question that needs to be answered.
We've seen how the Italians will play in Britain as well. What do you think could be the best approach here without delving into
I think the best approach is keeping the ball. We're only using one ball. If we have the ball, then they can invert whatever the case might be. But the more we give away the ball, because mostly how they play, they sit back also. They most defensively, they're solid and whatnot. So if we take care of the ball, they'll never get the opportunity to do that.
And then Zitha, you personally, going into games and tell us a bit about your personal preparation. There's something very special that you do, especially in the game.
I wouldn't say that. Me personally, I'm a praying man, so every game I approach it the same way: prayer, gospel, and whatnot. So it's a big game, yes, but it's just for me just to focus and try to be in the zone for me to maybe start the game well and all that. So I wouldn't say I'll change much. It will just be me, a normal Zitha on a normal match day, because this is any other game, but it's a Soweto Derby, but it's a league match. There's three points at stake, so those are the things that.
Thank you. Thanks, Zitha.